Kitten here with another eye-opening message. In today's video, I would like to discuss Hollywood and its occult, satanic, Illuminati, and witchcraft roots. Let's begin by understanding where the name Hollywood even came from. The mainstream sources tell us the name Hollywood Land was coined by H. Whitley, who is also known as the father of Hollywood Land in the 1800s. It was not until 1902 when filmmakers started moving to Hollywood Land to flee the harsh and strict rules imposed by Thomas Edison's Motion Picture Patents Company in New Jersey that Hollywood Land began its rise to fame. And it wasn't even until 1923 when finally filmmakers themselves dropped the last four letters of Hollywood Land and began calling it simply Hollywood. So in essence, Hollywood was actually coined by the filmmakers themselves. And in knowing that, we can actually presume that Hollywood has a very sinister meaning. And in fact, the occult symbology behind Hollywood's name has a very interesting and different explanation. The Druids were tree worshippers, and the holly tree was their most sacred symbol because it was sacred to their mother Holly or Hel, which is their Norse goddess of the underworld. So we have Holly or Hollywood. We also have Hellwood, the place of magic. It is also very important to note that magic wands were always made out of the wood of a holly tree. It's literally made out of Hollywood. Hollywood is a druidic establishment, guys, and metaphorically, these wands are used to make movies like magic. With a wave of a wand and a spell, Hollywood actually produces these magical movies that become so famous throughout the whole world. I mean, even think of a Mickey the Magician waving his wand and casting spells on children all throughout the world. This Hollywood industry is literally a bunch of occultists, satanists, and dark magicians and sorcerers. So let's dive into a few of the symbols surrounding Hollywood and their meaning. And the first thing I really want to mention is one of the most recognizable symbols of Hollywood and of all the elite around the world, and that is the red carpet. We often see all of these world leaders and celebrities walking upon a red carpet. And this is an old symbol dating back through the concocted story of Zara and Phares of the time of the Druids. The red carpet is a motif representing the royal blood path or bloodline coming down from the past and running the future. This actually represents the 13 Illuminati bloodlines that we've all heard of. They have been rulers of the world for ages and eons. The 13 bloodlines date all the way back to all of these world leaders, from British and French kings to Egyptian pharaohs. They are basically all royalty, and all the current leaders of the world are all, to a point, related. There are 4 prestigious awards that an artist or actor can win, and in order from least important to most important, there are the Golden Globes for recognition in TV and film, the Grammys for music and musical achievements, Emmys for television shows, and of course the Oscars, which are the most glamorous awards and are for the biggest movies of the year. So let's cut to the chase and talk about some symbology in the 2 of the highest awards someone can actually obtain in Hollywood. So the second most important are the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, which are also known as the Emmys. And if you pay very close attention to the abbreviation of the National Academy of TV, Arts and Sciences, you get the word NATAS, which is actually Satan backwards. My brothers and sisters, this is not a sheer coincidence. I believe when a celebrity has achieved this award, It is because their show is obviously and of course very popular throughout the nation, if not the whole world. But that does not happen by mere accident. We have heard many greats admit that they feel a spirit come over them when they are acting or singing. And these celebrities say they feel as though their bodies have been taken over. Guys, the bigger the demon that takes over, the more popular their show becomes. There is strong evidence that when an actor gets an achievement this big and notoriety of that status, it is because they have acted out a specific ritual or have successfully pushed the Antichrist agenda throughout the media and onto the people, which in fact is of course helping Satan to cause chaos and destruction onto this world. Whether the celebrities know what they're doing or not is a different topic all in itself, but I strongly believe that most are under some type of mind control, whether MK Ultra, some demonic influence, or even both. So let's take a look at the picture of this Emmy Award Golden Trophy. Here we could clearly see that the Emmy Award itself depicts a feminine angel with wings that are shaped like lightning bolts. And we all know these lightning bolts are huge satanic symbols, because for when Lucifer fell from heaven, he fell as lightning and became Satan. And we see this feminine angel holding what looks like a globe or a planet or a star. And this is truly blasphemous and satanic. Now, the occultists believe that Lucifer has a feminine energy to him, and that he can also symbolize Venus, which is the morning star, and that Lucifer is a light bearer. Now, it might be very odd to think of Lucifer as a female, but any encyclopedia will surely tell you that occultists, and I repeat, occultists and Romans consider Lucifer as Venus, which is in fact a very feminine energy. Consider this, my brothers and sisters. Satan often comes as a very attractive woman to deceive men. Also, we see the Beatles song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is not only related to drugs and LSD, but is also a veiled reference to Lucifer as Venus or the sun. We have even seen Scarlett Johansson play in the movie Lucy last year, which had very occult and satanic references. Lucy, or Lucifer, the light bearer, could then also represent the Columbia Pictures logo and the Statue of Liberty, which was modeled after the Colossus of Rhodes, which was a statue of the Greco-Roman Titan sun god. So now that you know a bit about the Emmys, let's talk about the most celebrated, renowned, and respected night in Hollywood, which is the Oscars. It is show business' biggest night, guys. It is where the world recognizes the merits of the most talented artists and honors them with a golden idol. Typically, over 40 million people tune in annually to this ritual, and most people get really caught up in the glitz and glamour of it all and don't even realize that what they're actually participating in. The most prominent actors in this whole industry get golden trophies or idols for their achievements in movie making. And what's fascinating about the design of the Oscar statue is that it is an Art Deco version of the ancient Egyptian god called Ptah. In Egypt, there were two major gods in charge of picture making, craftsmen, and artists, and unbelievably, one of them was Ptah. The ancient scribes and sculptors who created the best sculptures and pictures of the temples were granted a statue of the god Ptah from the pharaoh himself. This is crazy, guys. This ritual would take place at the capital, at the temple of Ptah. And likewise, Hollywood's award ceremony was held in a temple called the Shrine Auditorium from 1947 to 2000 and is now currently held at the Kodak Theater, which represents the temple. The term Oscar also dates back to the Egyptian god Osiris, and Osiris ruled over the underworld in the constellation Orion. According to pyramid text, the pharaoh's soul would ascend into Orion to be reborn as a star and to live for an eternity. But there was one significant catch. The pharaoh's soul would have to transform into a spirit to reach Osiris. And once the spirit reached the Osiris, it was then immortalized and remembered forever. And I find this unbelievably fascinating and parallel that a person has to become an actor, which is transforming your spirit into another in essence, to win an Oscar. These stars are then immortalized by placing their names in a stone star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And just like the pharaoh was worshipped as a god who became a star, our modern culture is doing the same thing and has adopted the same practice by worshipping those who become movie stars. Brothers and sisters, the Webster Dictionary definition for worship is an extravagant respect or admiration for or devotion to an object of esteem. And isn't that exactly what the masses are doing to these famous celebrities? Guys, the Bible is very clear and adamant about whom deserves our worship. And Matthew 4:10 states, "Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve." Beware of idolatry, guys, beware of it. Deuteronomy 4 even tells us, Now the devil has not changed his ways at all. He only changed his tactics. What worked in the ancient world to get people to worship the stars has now taken a modern form, but is still considered star worship. Even those in the industry are clearly aware of this worship connection. For example, guys, at the 2006 Emmys Award, Stephen Colbert and Jon Stewart were introducing the award for the best reality show when all of a sudden Stephen Colbert out of nowhere blurts out,
"Good evening, godless sodomites." I'm bringing the truth, John. We're in Hollywood, the belly of the beast.
We're here to honor achievement in that category.
By giving you a golden idol to worship. Kneel before your God, Babylon!
And he did this as if to joke about how people can now worship the reality stars, just as the film actors are worshipped. Now, brothers and sisters, please don't be seduced into watching the world's worship ceremony. But if you guys do, watch it with an open and spiritual mind and eyes, so you can decode what is truly going on. The only one, again, who deserves our worship is the God of heaven and Him alone. Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior, and He should be the one reigning over our lives. Guys, I want to mention that Babylon was an ancient pagan empire prominent in biblical prophetic works as an enemy of God's people due to their idolatry and sins. And Hollywood is kind of no different. I'm not exactly saying that Hollywood is Babylon, but Hollywood is functioning as the propaganda arm of the Antichrist media establishment, which is intent on re-engineering our society into its alchemical opposite. And this is unleashing destructive forces on our culture, and this is leading to the death of our spirituality, guys. This is why stories and narratives continue to emerge of all these Hollywood scandals, sex and murder rituals, and occult crimes with no puzzle pieces ever being put together. From its beginning, Hollywood has been an empire of tragedies, full of lost lives, drugs, and real-life drama. But this lifestyle is nothing new to Hollywood. The stage, in fact, has long been the site of tragedy and something much darker, much more sinister. It's a part of ritual invocation. And this all the way goes back to the ancient Greeks and Romans. For Greece and Rome, the stage was sacred, where the dramatic interactions of the gods were actually a form of magical invocation. The actors donned the costumes of the gods, with the playwright scripting the narrative to indoctrinate all the masses into the appropriate morals of state. Guys, Hollywood is about conditioning the state of mind, and it's all about the control of the mind of an individual rather than innocent entertainment. I just want us to be more aware of what is truly going on behind the scenes of the entertainment industry and its evils. A lot of the mainstream entertainment includes predictive programming, satanic rituals, and just programming in general, so we can react how the elites tell us to through all of these movies. This is all just programming for us to accept the Antichrist systems, my brothers and sisters. We must stay aware and very vigilant of the great deception that is upon us. We must always watch out for all of these evils, and we have to question everything. So on that note, I want to wish you all a beautiful and blessed week. And this was Spy Kitten with a Spy Kitten TV approved message. Comment, like, and subscribe for more content. Hello. This is Spy Kitten TV here, and I want to bring you a quick message about the channel update. And so yesterday I got 100 subscribers, guys. I'm so excited. You have no idea. It means the world to me because when I started this channel, I didn't tell anybody I knew because I was a little bit too shy. So I just started off fresh and new, and I got a small following, and it's amazing, and I'm really excited, and I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. It means so much to me that you guys have been welcoming me to this big community that is actually making a difference in this world. It's really awesome to be waking some people up. It's really awesome to make videos that actually make a difference in this world rather than just dumb down the world, you know? So it's awesome. I also wanted to tell you guys that I'm not going to be showing my face too much on YouTube just because right now I don't have a camera, and I want to give you guys the top quality videos that you guys deserve, and with this camera I can't really do it. It's just a laptop webcam camera. But yeah, and if you guys know anything about cameras, by the way, like the cameras that will show HD like 1080p, let me know because I have no idea where to start on that, guys. I have no freaking clue. Anyways, and yeah, so let's talk about myself real quick, just a quick minute or so. My name is Dasha, for those of you who don't know, and I was born in Russia. I came here when I was 9 years old in 2001, so I've been here for 14 years. I came here meaning to California, Southern California in the United States of America. And I've been here for 14 years now. I love it. It's so much fun here. And yeah, so I'm really excited about that. In fact, it's been 14 years just recently, just in July. Yeah. And I've always known Christ, but I came kind of from a dangerous path because I strayed from the path a little bit. Like, you know, we're all sinners. We all make mistakes, and I was one of them. I made some really big mistakes in my life. I've had some crazy events happen, and I've learned a lot through them, thank God, and I was able to climb out of all of those evil things, you know, and God was able to save me. He will be able to save you. He's the greatest thing in this world, and That is why I'm dedicating my life to making videos, to helping people wake up, and I want to spread a positive message instead of a negative one in this world. I also want to tell you guys that why I named my channel Spy Kitten. I have 2 kitties. I'm a huge animal lover, huge animal supporter, and one of them is an all-black cat that we found on the freeway, and it was pretty crazy. He was such a little baby. He was like a month old, tiny little guy. He was a month old. And he is now almost a year old. In October, he's going to be a year. And he always spies on everybody. He looks outside the windows to spy on the neighbors anytime something happens. It's just the funniest thing. He's a cutie pie. And that's why I named my channel Spy Kitten. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. You guys are the greatest. A lot of the people actually here encouraged me to make this channel because I made a couple videos and I was already trying to quit. You know, I don't know if it was a devil trying to mess with me, but I remember after making like 2 or 3 videos, I wasn't getting any views, and I was just like, God, this is not gonna work. And then right after that, somehow, right when I started thinking that, God just helped me, and He gave me some people to talk to, so it feels awesome to finally talk to you guys, to you, and you, and you, all of you guys. It's awesome because before I was just feeling like I was talking to the wall, which sucked. But yeah. Thank you guys. I love you so much. This was Spy Kitten TV with another Spy Kitten TV approved message. And this is, if you could see him, the real Spy Kitten.